tarot, if you use this deck, who knows the Rider-Waite-Smith deck? Okay, great. Who knows the Thoth deck? Uh-oh, holy crowley, oh boy. We'll keep him over there for now. So it's so ironic because this is the deck that's actually more Christian than this deck. So you would think people wouldn't love this deck who are into tarot and magic and a lot of, we all got our traumas from wherever, religion or not. But there's a lot of Christian stuff in this deck. You will find very little Christian stuff in this one. Anyway, so this deck was created by Arthur Edward Waite, who, surprise, was a Christian mystic. Oh my God, and what's a Christian mystic? A Christian mystic is somebody who's Christian and takes a lot of different mystical philosophy and kind of pulls it in. Not all the time, but yeah. So this deck comes out of a, who has heard about the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn? Okay, cool, right? Who hates them? Yeah! No, I know. You know why? Because it's very cool to hate them now. I don't know. Everyone's like, oh, Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, that's a bunch of rich people that had a lot of time on their hands. I get it. We want to kill the rich. That's cool. But here's the thing with Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. Hate them, love them. I'm not judging you. You can have any opinion you want. They were a magical order. They did a lot of stuff. They were very rich. They did have too much time on their hands. And they created a very sophisticated magical system. And the fact is, if you use the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, or a deck based on this deck, which is 95% of today's tarot decks, you are, at least to an extent, working with the magical system of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. As much as anyone may dislike that or love that, that's what this is. That is what this comes out of, and that is what makes it so rich and beautiful. So Pamela Colman Smith was the artist of this deck, so it's important to know that she was the actual creatrix of this deck, but Arthur Edward Waite kind of organized it and directed her, and she was also part of the Golden Dawn, so she was pulling in those ideas. So where does this bring us? The Golden Dawn, though they might not be totally perennialist, they were another main point in history where a bunch of people got together and tried to pull in different mystical traditions and connect them all, connect the dots. I love connecting the dots. A lot of people say, Joe, I love how you read tarot. You connect so many dots. How do you do that? You study the history. You just study where the influences come from. So when we're working with the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, we are, at least to some extent, I'm not saying consciously or like all the time, but to some extent, we are working with Hermetic Kabbalah, astrology, Hermeticism, and anything that has influenced those traditions, which include Neoplatonism and some other things.